Welcome to the Deep Dive, where we try to cut through the noise, get you informed, fast.
Glad to be here.
Today we're tackling artificial intelligence, AI.
Right.
It's not just robots in movies anymore, is it?
Yeah.
Well, it's already part of your world.
Absolutely. It's embedded in so many things we use every day.
Exactly. So, our mission today is, to peel back the layers, help you really get what AI is.
How it works, maybe where you're bumping into it without realizing.
Yeah, and why understanding it, both what it can do and what it can't, is pretty crucial now.
Definitely.
Okay, let's unpack this. So first things first, what is AI, really? Like, in simple terms?
Well, at its heart, you're looking at computer systems, machines, designed to do tasks that will normally need human intelligence.
Human intelligence, like what kind of tasks?
Things like understanding language when you talk to Siri or Alexa, recognizing patterns, say, in medical scans,
Okay.
making decisions, learning from experience, even, generating creative text or images now.
So it's giving machines the ability to kind of think or act like us.
In a way, yes, though think is a loaded word. It's more about simulating intelligent behavior based on data. And what's really transformative is that AI isn't just copying us.
Right.
In some jobs, like complex data analysis or maybe finding subtle things in images, it can perform, well, faster and sometimes more accurately than humans.
So it's not just a tool, it's like a different kind of smarts.
That's a good way to put it. It excels in ways that are distinct from how our brains work.
Right.
And that has huge implications.
Okay, so how does it actually learn to do all this amazing stuff? How does that happen?
Yeah, the main engine behind most of it is something called machine learning.
Machine learning.
A basic idea. You feed these AI systems just huge amounts of data, massive amounts.
Right.
The AI then processes this data, identifies patterns, correlations, things like that. And based on those patterns it finds, it learns to make predictions or decisions.
Can you give an example, like the classic one?
Sure. The cat example is perfect. You want an AI to know what a cat looks like.
Yeah.
You show it thousands, maybe millions, of pictures of cats, all different kinds.
Okay.
Over time, it starts to figure out the common features, the pointy ears, the whiskers, the shape. It learns the catness.
So then it can see a new picture, one it's never seen.
It's like, hey, that's probably a cat.
Exactly.
That's machine learning in action. It learns from data.
That's, wow. And it makes sense now when you talk about how much it's already around us.
Completely.
Because it's often invisible, right? It's not always obvious AI is involved. We're not talking like C-3PO walking down the street.
Not yet, anyway. It's more subtle. It's the tech that makes your existing tools work better, often behind the scenes.
Like what? What am I using daily?
Okay, think about Google Maps, suggesting the fastest way to get somewhere, avoiding traffic.
Yeah, use it constantly. That's AI.
Yep. Analyzing traffic data, road conditions, historical patterns, Netflix or Spotify, when they suggest something you might like.
Ah, the recommendations. Of course.
That's AI, again, learning your preferences. Even things like Facebook or Instagram automatically tagging friends in photos.
Right, it just knows who people are.
Or your email's spam filter. That's AI learning to spot junk mail. Voice assistants understanding your questions.
Siri, Alexa.
All powered by AI. It's constantly learning to make things smoother, more personalized.
Okay, so when we talk AI, are we talking about one single thing, or are there different levels or types?
That's a really important distinction. There are different types. We just talked about all those examples.
Yeah.
That's mostly what we call narrow AI, or sometimes weak AI.
Narrow AI
Meaning it's really, really good at one specific task.
Okay.
Like translating languages, or analyzing medical images, or, driving a car in the case of self-driving tech. It excels, often better than humans, but only at that one thing.
Got it. So it's specialized.
Highly specialized. Then there's a next level, which is still theoretical mostly. General AI, or AGI.
General AI sounds like more human-like.
Exactly. That's the dream, or maybe the fear for some. An AI that can think, reason, and learn across many different tasks, much like a human can. Flexible, adaptable intelligence.
But that's not what we have now.
No, not even close, really. It's a huge scientific challenge. And then looking even further out, you hear talk of superintelligent AI.
Superintelligence?
Yeah, an AI that would hypothetically outperform humans in pretty much every cognitive task. Creative, scientific, social skills, everything.
Okay, that's definitely still sci-fi territory for now.
For sure. But understanding these stages, narrow, general, superintelligent, is key to understanding the conversation around AI. What's real today versus what's speculation.
Right. So focusing on the narrow AI that is real today, why is it so important for, everyone listening to grasp this stuff? It's not just for tech people.
Absolutely not. Connecting this to the bigger picture, AI impacts almost everything. Your job, potentially.
How so?
Well, automation, changing skill requirements. It affects education, how we learn, healthcare diagnosis, drug discovery, even things like privacy and security.
Okay.
You interact with AI daily, like we said, often without knowing it. And think about decisions being made about you.
Like loan applications?
Yeah.
Or maybe even filtering job applications?
Precisely. Or influencing the news you see. Or being used in the justice system. If AI is involved in these decisions, you need to understand how it works, and crucially, its limitations.
Because it does have limitations, right? It's not perfect.
Oh, definitely not. A huge one is that AI doesn't have emotions. No consciousness, no feelings, no real understanding in the human sense.
Right.
And it can make mistakes, big ones. Especially if the data it was trained on was bad or incomplete or, importantly, biased.
Biased data leads to biased AI.
Exactly. Garbage in, garbage out, as they say.
Right.
If the data reflects historical biases, the AI will likely learn and perpetuate them. It doesn't know better.
So it doesn't understand context like we do.
That's a critical point. It's incredibly smart at finding patterns and making predictions based on data it's seen. But it's not wise. It lacks common sense, judgment, intuition, that deep understanding of the world and human nuance that comes from lived experience.
So it can process facts, but not really grasp the why.
Pretty much. It can tell you what people do based on data, but not why they feel a certain way or make complex ethical judgments. Smart, but not wise. That's a good way to think about it.
Okay, so wrapping this up, what's the big takeaway for everyone listening?
I think it's that AI is here, it's powerful, it's reshaping things. It involves machines learning in ways that mimic some aspects of human thought.
Empowering tools we use every day.
Right, and like any really powerful tool, from fire to electricity, we need to be thoughtful about how we use it. Wisely, ethically.
Which brings us back to that smart but not wise idea. So maybe the final thought for you, the listener, is this. If AI lacks that human wisdom, emotion, consciousness, how does your unique human intelligence, your critical thinking, your empathy, how did that become even more important as we figure out how to live alongside this technology?
That's the crucial question, isn't it?
Yeah.
How do we leverage AI's strengths while applying our own uniquely human wisdom to guide it?
Something to definitely keep exploring. Thanks for tuning into The Deep Dive.